Good morning to everyone. Today we are discuss about the raw materials of biofertilizer as well as the properties of carrier materials. So the raw materials are the sources for biofertilizer production. It must be cheap compared to the synthetic chemicals. And these are derived from agro waste products and recyclable molecule, and it does not cause any pollution to the environment. First, the agricultural waste like straw, rice brands are called a raw material for the agricultural waste. And animal waste like chicken manure, pig, cattle and sheep manures are called a raw materials. In some cases, industrial waste like sugar residues also act as raw material. Household waste, kitchen waste, vegetable market waste, slaughterhouse waste also used as a raw material. And the fifth one is municipal waste. River sludge, sewage sludge also used as a raw material. After a safety disposal and the fermentation, these raw materials are made into organic fertilizer, almost containing a variety of organic acids, peptides, and rich nutrients, includes nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. That's why the raw materials are a very important one for making biofertilizers. Second slide, in properties of carrier material, we have a rice husk. The rice husk or a hard protecting covering of grains of rice. The rice husk is composed of approximately 40% cellulose, 30% lignin and 20% silica. When it is burned, the compostal portion is eliminated. So the rice husk is a sustainable resources and it is an emerging as a value added material across a variety of applications. When the moisture and the temperature conditions are good, the compost will be ready in 4 to 8 weeks. It reduces the waste going into landfills. It requires less energy to produce and more efficient. In addition to protecting the rice during the growing season, the rice hulks can be put to use as building material, fertilizer, insulation material, or the fuels. In this third slide, we discuss about the carrier characteristics. There are 4 types of carrier characteristics. The first one is the chemical characteristics. The chemical characteristics of the carrier material, it must be non-toxic to the environment and have a suitable carbon-nitrogen ratio for organic carrier material. It must be neutral pH, high water holding capacity and biodegradable one. The second is about physical characteristics. This physical characteristic is about the small size particle and uniform in size, tolerance to the heat as well as the gamma radiation, and it does not change the physical forms of carrier material during this heat treatment. Third one is about manufacturing characteristics. It is easily available carrier material in the low cost and easy to handle. In a fourth one, agricultural practice characteristics. Carrier can hold high population of viable cells up to the level of 10 power 6 to 10 power 8 CFU gram per minus 1 and have a long shelf life during the storage time for at least 6 months up to 12 months. Preferably, there is no cooling storage is not required for this agro-based carriers because these are all suitable for the use with agricultural forms. Next slide, we recall the properties of a good carrier material for the seed inoculation technique. In this slide, the carrier must be non-toxic to the inoculant bacterial strains. It have a moisture absorption capacity higher compared to the chemical fertilizers. It is easy to processing and easy to sterilize by autoclaving or by gamma radiations. These are available in adequate amounts and inexpensive. It have good adhesion to the seeds and good pH buffering capacity, and the another one important property is non-toxic to the plants. In this slide we discuss about the types of carrier material. So the carrier materials are peat soil, lignite, rice husk, vermiculite, charcoal, mud, kaolin clay, farmyard manure, organic pellet, zeolite and soil mixture can be used as a carrier materials. The neutralized peat or soil lignite is better carrier material for the biofertilizer production. Here the granular forms of peat, perlite, charcoal or the soil aggregates are suitable for soil inoculation. The peat is the surface organic layer of soil, consists of partially decomposed organic matter derived from plant materials. These are accumulated under the conditions of waterlogging, oxygen deficiency, high acidity and the nutrient deficiency. Next one is lignite. Lignite is called as coal. Is a dark brown to black combustible mineral formed over millions of years by the partial decomposition of plant materials. It is subjected to increase the pressure and the temperature in an airless atmosphere, forms a coal. Next one is about charcoal. It's a lightweight black carbon residue produced by heating the wood under the minimum oxygen level, which removes all the water content and the volatile constituents from the charcoals. And the rice husk is generally referred as an agricultural byproduct of burning the husk under temperature below 800 degrees Celsius. The vermiculite is the name of group of hydrated laminar minerals. Example of aluminium ion magnesium silicate. It looks like mica. So these are useful in seed sowing and the propagation. Next one is about kaolin. It's also called as white clay or china clay. And zeolite is also called soil mineral. Applying these to the seeds of plants, it can yield faster germination, faster growth rate and reduce the chemical fertilizer usage and water irrigation to the plants. Such carrier materials offers available nutrient and habitat microforest structure such as soil aggregate and charcoal will be good carrier for the soil inoculants. Next slide is about other essential criteria for carrier selection. In this carrier selection, it should be considered the survival of inoculant bacteria. The first one is survival of inoculant bacteria on seed. Here, the seeds are not always sown immediately after the seed coating with the inoculant bacteria. The bacteria have the ability to survive on the seed surface until it placed into soil. Second one, survival of the inoculant bacteria during the storage period. So the inoculants should have the ability to survive on seeds surface during the storage at the room temperature, freezing or chilling conditions. During this period, the organism cannot change their morphological and biochemical characteristics. And the third one, survival of inoculant bacteria in soil. After introducing into the soil, the inoculant bacteria have to compete with the native soil organisms or the indigenous microbes for the nutrients, habitat and have to survive against protozoa. That's why the essential criteria should follow the survival conditions of inoculant bacteria.